Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 2019 Honda CR-V Touring. Up front is a 1.5 liter turbocharged inline 4 and down below is a CVT transmission. And if you want to read more of my thoughts, head on over to carmarshal.com/overdrive. I'll be writing a complete article about the new CR-V. So let's get back to that 1.5 liter turbo. Well, I never expected to be driving a CR-V with a turbo, but because it is the smaller engine displacement, it does get the help of a turbo. Now what this means is that down low, when you're just cruising around, when you're sitting on the highway, it's not using any boost, and so you're getting the good gas mileage of a very small engine, a 1.5 liter. But when you need to pass someone, when you need that extra little pickup for whatever it may be, you have that extra boost of the turbo up high. Think of it like stilts. Like if you need to reach something high up on a shelf, you can use the stilts, but you don't have to walk around on the stilts all day, wasting energy, if that makes sense. All right, so it's 8 degrees, but we're gonna get on the CR-V. Not bad. You really don't feel much of a kick from the turbo. You don't really feel any jolt. It's just pretty smooth all the way up. Now, like I said, paired to it is a CVT, or continuously variable transmission, which, as we know, doesn't actually use physical gears. If you want to read into CVTs, you can. There's plenty of sites that explain it way better than I ever could. And last but not least about the drivetrain is that the new CR-V is all-wheel drive. Now, they've offered all-wheel drive in the past, but as I said in my Passport review, and I'm really starting to realize driving all these SUVs, all-wheel drive is really going to separate the boys from the men when it comes to SUVs. Almost every single auto manufacturer makes an SUV. With so many SUVs to choose from, I think one of the standout features is going to be that all-wheel drive. So let's get into the interior. Well, in front of me, I have 2 gauges on my left and right that are analog. I absolutely love these gauges because they look like sort of a loading bar. They look very video game-y. On the left is temperature and on the right is fuel, and these are the gauges I'm talking about. They look like they almost fill up. Now there's obviously not liquid in the dashboard, but they have like fill bars, and below that line it's light, like there's actual physical light, and above it it's dark. And I think it just looks so cool. It looks almost a slight bit 80s-y. I drove a 1988 Chevy S10 that had a similar setup, but this is executed way, way better than the 1988 Chevy S10. Then in the middle, I get a screen, which is my tachometer, speedometer. Right now, I'm looking at direction, but we can shift through a couple different things. I will let the car tell you all of the things that you can switch on the screen.
Recent destination. Calculation mode. Save places. Stop. Add new address. Go home.
That's kind of cool, it actually tells you that. Now that is controlled on the steering wheel. You get a bunch of buttons on the steering wheel. You got your volume, audio control for your phone, a bunch of different stuff like that. Now, to the left of me, I have a couple different buttons: lane keep assist on and off, collision assist on and off, traction control on and off, as well as the power tailgate, which is definitely a nice feature. Then on the door, interestingly enough, I have 2 memory seats, which is super, super helpful. You know, my family personally, we have a 2018 Mazda CX-5, and that's one of my big gripes with the car, is that it doesn't have memory seats. But the CR-V certainly does. You get 2 different settings. For you, your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, brother, sister, whoever you want, you can have 2 different settings, which is really nice. In the center, I do get an entertainment system, which is touchscreen. You have your sat nav, map, audio, phone, apps, anything you want, you can run through here. Really nice display unit there. Interestingly enough, if you go to the apps section on the center display, there are 3 apps currently on the CR-V. App installer, pretty self-explanatory. Downloads, where you're going to find your downloads. And then a calculator. I don't know if I know of any other car that has a calculator in it. And it won't let me do calculations while driving. Smart move, Honda. Smart move. Then you have your climate control options. Nothing really too crazy there. Although you actually do get a physical button that says climate, and when you hit that, all your climate controls actually appear on the center screen as opposed to you fiddling with all of the buttons. That is a really nice feature. Then you have heated seats. You have 3 different modes of heated seats, which I just noticed, so I will be turning that on as it is 8 degrees. Then you have your shifter that controls the CVT, electronic parking brake, brake hold, so if you come up to a stoplight and you have this engaged, you push the brake a little extra hard and then you can take your foot completely off the brake and it'll keep your car there. It's really nice for commuting. Then you have a very nice econ button to the right of the shifter. Press that, you're just going to get better fuel economy, you're going to be a little bit more green if that's your thing. Then down below that you get a cigarette lighter, some cup holders, and a nice little tray that you can actually scoop back to review 2 more USB inputs and another cigarette lighter. That is really, really nice because you get your little tray if you want to hold stuff, whatever, but you can also scoot it back and you have a very big center storage unit. Seats are pretty comfortable. Like I said, they're heated. I like the gray. I like the light gray. Also, another thing that I never expected to see in a CRV is wood trim. There is wood trim in here. It looks pretty real. If it's not real wood trim, I am genuinely very, very surprised. But it looks super nice. It's very classy. And because this is the Touring, I kind of feel a lot classier than a standard CRV. I really like that. Sunroof, which we will not be opening, but pretty sizable, not bad. Then of course it has back seats. There's no 3-row in the CRV. You have to go all the way up to the Pilot for the 3rd row. Although if you want some more space, I did recently review a Honda Passport, so go check out that review. But we will do a back seat review. All right, so we are in the back of the CRV. Start off, very obvious, a lot of headroom, good headroom. I'll actually sit up straight like my mom taught me and have a bunch of headroom. No issue there. Wood trim carries on to the back doors. That's super nice. We do have a center console, 2 cup holders, but it does flip up. Again, nice seats back here. I get 2 USB chargers down there. Super, super handy. And I do have speakers in either door. Other than that, nothing too crazy back here. I get my own light. Other than that, nothing too crazy. Comfortable back seats. You're gonna be able to sit 4 people very comfortably, 5 if you have to. And yeah, I mean, I understand the appeal of SUVs. They have great back seats. You can carry 4 people very comfortably as opposed to some sedans real tight, too tight. Now overall, if you're looking at buying a CRV and you're thinking, I don't know, if you're sort of back and forth, let me set the record for you real quick. My best friend has a CRV. They actually have 2 CRVs in their family. I had another friend that had an older CRV, about a 2001. That thing ran forever, never broke down. I have a friend, Adam, who has a manual transmission CRV from 2005. These things are solid. If you want to buy a car that you don't have to worry about, get a CRV. There's a reason that these things sell like hotcakes. There's a reason that so many people that I know personally drive CRVs. They're a very well-known car. They're very thought through, and this is really cool because this is like Honda perfected the midsize SUV, and then they added really nice parts to it. Like I said, you got that wood trim. You have that really nice display unit for your radio and navigation. I have heated seats. I have memory seats. I have all-wheel drive. It's like Honda perfected the cupcake and then put sprinkles on top. That's what this feels like. And so are you going to win any drag races in your CRV? Probably not. Although you do get to tell people that you drive a turbocharged car with an intercooler, which I don't know any turboed cars that don't have intercoolers, but they specified that this has an intercooler, which is, I never thought that that would be on a CRV parts list, an intercooler, but hey, it is. Now, the looks have changed over the years, of course, but this is still very much a recognizable CRV. They haven't changed the look so drastically that it's unrecognizable. This is still very much a CRV. They just keep updating it to keep current with the times, and I'm not mad about it. I think this is a decent looking SUV. Like I said, there's so many SUVs for sale today. If you're going just based off looks, this ain't half bad. Overall, I have to say I really am impressed with the new CRV. I really just can't get over the fact of how nice this feels, and it's still a CR-V. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something about the 2019 Honda CR-V. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.
There goes a sight from my soul.